Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today, John and I are going to show you how to make one-ingredient beef dog treats. These one-ingredient beef dog treats are Pug-Approved, and we know your dog is going to love them as much as, oh my gosh, okay, he's going straight for the bowl. As you can see, your dog is going to love these dog treats. Let us show you. Let us show you how to make them. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make one-ingredient dog treats using beef. And now this is one of John's favorite treats because obviously it's beef. We usually reserve beef for special occasions because beef is higher in fat. And dogs actually do better with leaner proteins, and especially John, we've noticed that if he eats too much fat, it can cause some GI upset. But there's also health benefits to giving your dogs grass-fed beef, so I like to give it to John in moderation. Grass-fed beef is a great source of omega-3 fatty acids. You're also going to get some vitamin A, some vitamin E, some iron. So even if your dog does better on a leaner diet for the most part, like John, it's good to incorporate some beef now and then. And so I love making this one-ingredient dog treat for John on special occasions, and this week is his birthday. So of course he's getting beef dog treats. So let me talk about the beef that I'm using for this recipe. I'm using organic pasture-raised stew meat for this recipe. And now I always buy organic for John, but grass-fed is also really important for dogs as well because they're getting those extra nutrients. And so I'm using stew meat for this recipe specifically. While you can cook your dog up any beef that they like, I like to use stew meat for this recipe for a few reasons. The first reason is stew meat is a tougher cut of meat. And so while it's great for cooking up in your slow cooker because it cooks for a long time and it has time to become more tender, for this recipe, I'm using it because it's actually tougher, so it allows me to cut these into really tiny treats easily. Because this is a higher fat treat and also a higher reward treat for John, I like to cut them very small, and so this cut allows me to do that easily. Plus, stew meat comes usually pre-cut into little chunks, so it's less prep for me when I'm making these treats. Also, stew meat is usually lower in price point than other cuts of meat, and so this is perfect to give to your dogs. So to make this one-ingredient dog recipe, all we're going to do is add the stew meat to a large skillet and cook it over medium heat until it's cooked. Then, if you want to cut it into smaller pieces like I do for John, you can do that as well. You can use these beef dog treats as a high reward treat, a special occasion treat, or you can even use this as a food topper for your dogs as well. So let's get started. So I'm using my large green pan skillet for this because this is a non-stick ceramic skillet, so it works really well. If you guys are using stainless steel, you might want to add in a little bit of oil to the pan so that the stew meat doesn't stick. Dog-safe oils include coconut oil and extra virgin olive oil. So I put my skillet over medium heat and we're just gonna let that pan heat up for just a few minutes. Then we're gonna dump in all of our stew meat. Then we're gonna cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes until it's cooked through. And the great thing about stew meat is it already comes pre-cut into little chunks, so it's gonna cook really fast. And now these one-ingredient dog treats are done. And you'll probably be getting paid a visit from your furry little friend because they are going to smell the goodness that is coming from the kitchen. I know, they have to cool. They have to cool, yes, they have to cool for a minute. So as we have an impatient John waiting for those treats, we do have to let them cool for just a few minutes. So during that time, grab a cutting board, grab a knife, and I like to use a glass Tupperware. And so I'm gonna cut these up into smaller pieces so that they are the perfect treat size for John. So now that the beef is cooled for just a few minutes, I'm gonna hook up John with a little piece so he knows what I'm making for him. And so if you have a larger dog, you may not need to cut these into smaller pieces, but John's only about 20 pounds. And like I said, he doesn't do good with a ton of fat. So I really like to give these into really small pieces for him so that he can enjoy them and also get to eat them a little bit more often. Oh, hello. Oh man, someone's cute. Oh my goodness, you're so lucky. How lucky are you? Are you the luckiest? And now you have 1 ingredient beef dog treats that your dog is going to absolutely go nuts for. These are definitely Pug approved. These are one of John John's favorite treats. If you guys want more easy dog recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join us next time in the kitchen. And if you guys want to drop a like and a comment, we would greatly appreciate that. Right, John John? Do you love these?